In the heart of Central America, a bold and ambitious vision is taking shape, one that could alter the course of history for an entire region. Nicaragua is moving forward with a plan to build a massive canal, a waterway that would connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, cutting a new path through the continent. This isn't just another construction project, it's a $50 billion gamble, a colossal undertaking meant to rival the legendary Panama Canal and redefine global shipping. The proposed waterway would be deeper and wider than Panama's, specifically engineered to accommodate the world's largest ships, vessels that are simply too big for existing routes. If completed, this canal could transform global trade routes, offering a new shortcut for international commerce and challenging a century-old maritime order that has long favored Panama. President Daniel Ortega sees the canal as Nicaragua's ticket to prosperity, promising thousands of jobs, foreign investment, and a leap onto the world stage for his country. The government claims millions could be lifted from poverty, with new ports, an international airport, and a sprawling free trade zone bringing hope to some of the nation's poorest communities. But the risks are enormous, and the challenges are daunting. The project's scale is staggering, 3 times longer than Panama's, requiring the excavation of enough earth to bury Manhattan several times over. Critics warn it could become one of history's most expensive failures, draining resources and leaving behind environmental and social scars. The world is watching closely. Can Nicaragua pull off this audacious feat, and at what cost to its people, its environment, and its future? This is more than a canal, it's a test of ambition, power, and the future of global commerce, with the potential to reshape how goods move around the world. The stakes are high, the risks are real, and the outcome is anything but certain. Will this be the dawn of a new era for Nicaragua, or will it become a cautionary tale of dreams too big to realize? The shadow of this project is growing, and its impact, whether triumphant or tragic, could be felt worldwide for generations to come. The question remains, can a small nation truly reshape the world's trade map, and what will it take to turn this vision into reality? The idea of a Nicaraguan canal is centuries old, stretching back to the earliest days of European exploration in the Americas. For generations, visionaries and adventurers have imagined a waterway that could unite the Atlantic and Pacific, transforming global trade and the fate of Central America itself. This dream even predates the world-famous Panama Canal, which would later become the symbol of interoceanic ambition. Early explorers, upon reaching the vast expanse of Lake Nicaragua, saw it as a natural link between the two great oceans, a shortcut that could change the world's shipping routes forever. In the 1800s, the United States came remarkably close to choosing Nicaragua for its canal, with detailed plans and heated debates in Congress. But a clever lobbying campaign, featuring a postcard stamped with a Nicaraguan volcano, swayed U.S. senators, convincing them that Nicaragua was too risky due to its volcanic activity. Ultimately, Panama won out, and history took a different turn. Over the years, the dream of a Nicaraguan canal resurfaced time and again, only to fade away each time, thwarted by shifting politics, lack of funding, or the overwhelming dominance of the Panama Canal. In 2013, President Ortega reignited hope by granting a 50-year concession to a mysterious Chinese billionaire. The announcement sparked excitement and controversy, but the project soon collapsed amid widespread protests, environmental concerns, and mounting financial doubts. As skepticism grew, many Nicaraguans and outside observers dismissed the canal as little more than a political fantasy, a promise that would never be fulfilled. The failed attempt left behind a legacy of doubt, distrust, and abandoned dreams, scars that still linger in the Nicaraguan countryside. Now, in 2025, the dream has returned once more. This time, Nicaragua is courting China directly, seeking not just investment, but the expertise and political backing needed to finally make the canal a reality. The government is betting that China's involvement will change the story's ending, bringing new hope to a project that has haunted the nation for centuries. But history's lessons loom large. Ambition alone isn't enough. The ghosts of past failures serve as a warning that vision must be matched by careful planning, transparency, and genuine support from the people. Can Nicaragua finally overcome its troubled past and turn this ancient vision into a living reality, bringing prosperity and transformation to its people? Or will the canal remain a recurring mirage, an elusive dream that slips away each time it seems within reach? The world is watching closely, waiting to see if this time the outcome will finally be different, and if Nicaragua can claim its place on the global stage. The stakes have never been higher for Nicaragua's canal dream, and the next chapter is about to be written. Building a $50 billion canal is far beyond Nicaragua's means. It's 4 times the nation's annual GDP. Enter China. The government is wooing Beijing for financing and expertise, with early signs of partnership already visible. A Chinese state-owned firm has begun work on a new Caribbean port, signaling serious intent. Nicaragua is offering sweeping incentives, land rights, tax breaks, and a century-long lease to attract foreign investors. Critics argue these terms risk the country's sovereignty for generations. Yet, the full funding remains uncertain, and global financial institutions are wary. The project's fate now hinges on China's political will. Will Beijing commit to underwriting this colossal venture? The answer will decide if Nicaragua's canal is built or remains a blueprint. The Nicaraguan government touts the canal as an economic miracle, a transformative project that could change the nation's destiny. Officials promise tens of thousands of jobs for Nicaraguans, along with a surge in foreign investment that could revitalize entire communities and industries. New ports, modern roads, and a state-of-the-art airport could transform the country into a major logistics hub, connecting Central America to the world like never before. Supporters claim the canal could double Nicaragua's GDP, generating billions in revenue and lifting the nation's economy to new heights. For a nation where poverty is widespread and opportunities are scarce, the promise of prosperity is a powerful motivator, fueling hope in even the most remote villages. The government envisions a future where Nicaragua rivals Panama as a global trade center, attracting ships and commerce from every corner of the globe. But critics warn that these projections are wildly optimistic, and that the reality may fall far short of the dream. The global shipping industry is notoriously volatile, with unpredictable markets and shifting trade routes that could threaten the canal's success. And competition from the well-established Panama Canal is fierce, making it difficult for Nicaragua to carve out its own share of the market. There's no guarantee the canal will attract enough traffic to be profitable, or that the promised economic boom will materialize. Many fear that the best jobs and highest wages will go to foreign specialists, leaving local workers with little benefit and few opportunities for advancement. If the project fails, Nicaragua could be left with crushing debt, abandoned infrastructure, and dashed hopes. The dream is undeniably grand, but the risks are just as great, and the consequences of failure could haunt the nation for generations. Can the canal truly deliver on its promise of prosperity and progress for all? Or will it deepen the nation's struggles, leaving ordinary Nicaraguans to bear the cost of a dream unfulfilled? The canal's route slices through Lake Nicaragua, Central America's largest freshwater lake, and a vital ecosystem. Environmentalists warn that dredging could contaminate water, destroy habitats, and threaten unique species like freshwater sharks. The project would also cut through rainforests and protected reserves, risking massive deforestation and loss of endangered wildlife. Up to 120,000 people, many from indigenous and rural communities, face displacement, sparking protests and deep distrust. The government promises modern technology and fair compensation, but skepticism runs high. For many, the canal means sacrificing natural heritage and vulnerable communities for an uncertain economic future. The battle between development and conservation is fierce and unresolved. Is the price of progress too high for Nicaragua's green paradise? China's involvement turns the canal into a global power play. A Chinese-backed canal in Central America would be a strategic coup, challenging U.S. influence in its own backyard. The project fits China's Belt and Road Initiative, expanding its reach and securing new trade routes. For Beijing, it's about more than commerce, it's about projecting power and gaining a foothold in the Americas. For Washington, the prospect is alarming, raising fears of a new flashpoint in U.S.-China rivalry. Nicaragua hopes to leverage this competition for its own gain, but risks becoming a pawn in a larger geopolitical game. The nation's future prosperity and sovereignty hang in the balance. Will Nicaragua benefit from China's ambitions or lose control of its destiny? The diplomatic stakes are as high as the economic ones. The world is watching this new front in the global contest for influence. Panama has long dominated interoceanic trade, but the threat of a Nicaraguan canal is shaking its confidence. Droughts and water shortages have forced Panama to restrict canal traffic, creating costly delays. Nicaragua hopes to exploit these vulnerabilities, offering a more reliable alternative. Panama is responding with innovation, investing in new water management to stay competitive. The rivalry could spark a new era of competition, lowering costs and improving service for global shipping. But it also risks escalating political tensions, with Panama aligned to the US and Nicaragua turning to China. Central America may soon become a battleground for both commerce and influence. The calm waters of trade are about to get much rougher. Despite bold promises, experts urge caution. Many doubt there's enough shipping demand for two massive canals in Central America. The Panama Canal isn't always at full capacity, and Nicaragua's project faces daunting engineering and environmental challenges. Lack of transparent studies and credible data fuels skepticism. Some see the canal as more political theater than practical plan. The risks, financial, environmental, and social, are immense. Without clear answers on funding and feasibility, the project remains a monumental gamble. Is this a visionary leap, or a mirage driven by ambition and geopolitics? Until hard questions are answered, the canal's future is uncertain. The world waits for proof that this dream can become reality. Nicaragua stands at a crossroads facing two starkly different futures. One path promises prosperity and global relevance, the other, debt, environmental ruin, and broken promises. The outcome will shape not just Nicaragua but global trade and the balance of power between the US and China. The fate of Lake Nicaragua, thousands of families, and the region's strategic map all hinge on this project. The real question isn't just if the canal can be built, but if it should be. As the first Earth movers prepare, the world holds its breath. Is this the dawn of a new era or the start of a costly mistake? The world is watching to see which path Nicaragua will choose.